February 15, 1974, a cold morning in Minneapolis. 25-year-old Mary Schlais leaves her apartment to hitchhike to Chicago, where her art will be displayed. 3 hours later, her body is found in a snowbank in rural Wisconsin. A man driving down a dead-end road sees a struggle in the snow between a man and a woman. Uneasy, he keeps driving. Minutes later, he circles back. The car is gone. In the ditch lies Mary. The witness would later say the killer had stared right at him. Minneapolis to Elk Creek on a snowy day is at least a 2-hour drive. Mary left home at 10:30. By 1:30, she was already dead. For her body to be found still warm, she must have been picked up almost immediately, attacked inside the car, and driven straight off the main highway to a secluded dump site her killer clearly knew. The violence was staggering. Mary had been stabbed more than 15 times in her back, neck, and stomach. Her nose was broken. Her hands were shredded with defensive wounds, proof she fought desperately, clawing at her attacker and getting his blood and skin into her nails. Near her body, police found faint tire tracks and an orange and black stocking cap. Investigators chased hundreds of leads. By 1976, over 400 suspects had been questioned. As decades passed, Mary's story faded into folklore. She became known as the Elk Creek Ghost. The case went cold, but in 2009, Mary's body was exhumed. New DNA was recovered from that stocking cap. Years later, police partnered with Ramapo College of New Jersey, specialists in investigative genetic genealogy. There was a curveball. Their suspect was adopted. Adoption severs family trees, erases paper trails, and makes genealogy a nightmare. But the team pressed on, gathering samples from relatives, even a biological daughter. And on November 4th, 2024, the day that would have been Mary's 76th birthday, the DNA matched the name, John Keith Miller, 84 years old. 3 days later, investigators walked into Miller's room at an assisted living facility. He confessed. He admitted to picking up Mary, demanding sex, and when she refused, stabbing her again and again before dumping her body in the snow. In a jailhouse interview, Miller gave even more chilling details. He thought he had gotten away with it because newspapers reported the killer's car as gold or orange, while his was a blue 1972 Gremlin. He said, "I just figured I stabbed her and put her in the snowbank, and that was it, and that I got away with it." Miller's past was already dark. Forgery convictions in the 60s, an armed robbery in California, time served in San Quentin, a wife who divorced him for cruel and inhuman treatment. He was released from prison in 1972. 2 years later, Mary Schlais was dead. In 2025, 51 years after her murder, John Keith Miller was sentenced to life in prison. For decades, her story was reduced to a ghost legend, but Mary was real, an artist, a sister, a daughter, and thanks to persistence and science, her ghost can finally rest.